a video review of the Lotte Hotel Seoul in Seoul, South Korea. I'm Chris.
And Goofy.
This is Yellow Productions. We do travel guides that are fun, informative, and entertaining. And in this video, we're going to be telling you everything you need to know if you're considering staying at this hotel, including the neighborhood around the hotel, the common areas of the hotel, and the inside of one of the rooms. This room, the Twin Deluxe room. The Lotte Hotel Seoul is quite a large hotel. It's comprised of 2 towers with 1,120 guest rooms. It's located in a part of Seoul known as Myeong-Dong, right next to City Hall. Actually, it's probably between the two areas, just on the edge of Myeong-Dong. But what's great about this location is it's buzzing with energy on one side where the Myeong-Dong neighborhood is, and attached to the City Hall side, it's close to the Royal Palace, which is one of the biggest attractions in Seoul. If you're flying into Incheon Airport, you can take the KAL limousine bus. It'll drop you off right in front of the hotel. It's directly connected to the Seoul Subway Line 2 station. You can walk to it through the basement level 1 of the Lotte Department Store. Entering the hotel from the ground floor, you come in through a revolving door into quite a big lobby. The check-in is pretty small. There's about 3 check-in desks. There's a concierge that seats 2. The concierge was often wearing a traditional Korean hanbok attire, which I thought was pretty neat. There's a lobby lounge which serves drinks, snacks, and small breakfast items. There's a bakery in the lobby which sells pastries. You'll find a few stores in the lobby. And finally, there's their super luxury buffet, which for breakfast starts at 60,000 won, which is about $60 US, and then goes up from there for lunch and dinner. Up on the 4th floor is the hotel's gym, pool, and spa complex. The gym is quite a large gym. If you are working out in the gym, they'll give you special workout attire to wear. The swimming pool is about big enough for 2 people to swim laps. There's an outdoor terrace just off the pool where you can relax in some green space. If golf is your thing, there's a little driving range. You can practice your swing. And finally, there's a sauna with some hot baths and steam rooms and things like that. I can't show that to you because people don't wear any clothes in there. Now that we've seen everything around the hotel, let's check out one of the guest rooms. This is room 2404, a twin deluxe room on the 24th floor. Come on in, let me show you around. This is one of the larger rooms in the hotel. It has 2 twin beds with 2 very interesting seats on it. I've never been in a hotel room quite like this. It is very unique. Topher's already sitting here relaxing on the bed. Here there's a flat panel television. Underneath the flat panel television, this is the in-room refrigerator here, mini bar, which has an assortment of Korean drinks, apple juice, beers, that sort of stuff that's in there. And then just next to it in this drawer, we've got the tea kettle and a couple of tea or coffee cups and some Korean coffee. In the drawer below, let's take a look. These are just drawers with glasses right there. And then the bottom drawer is the food part of the mini bar. There's a glass desk right here, and they let you know no smoking. The chair is an interesting chair with a high little back on it, and I do want to call your attention over here to the power plugs if you'll come and take a look here in the room. Now, this is very nice. It has power plugs 110, 220 volt, almost any style, so you don't actually have to bring an adapter with you to make your power work. All right, so taking a look back in the room, let's come over here and we'll take a look outside the window. It's these kind of golden curtains, but if we open this up, we see Seoul. This is the City Hall part of Seoul, and actually if we just kind of take a peek to the left, there's this big glass building over there. That is the City Hall. All right, well, if we spin around, then we come back in the room this way. I'm not sure if I mentioned there's this little table here between the chairs and a very interesting house that the remote control is in. And there's another thing. This is the curtain remote control. So apparently those curtains that I opened or closed earlier by myself, well, turns out I can actually open and close them with the remote. That is really great for the truly lazy people just like me. There's one final desk looking thing in the room that's over here. Well, this isn't the desk, but this is a place to put on your makeup if you are so inclined to wear makeup. A couple plugs over there and a very interesting artistic lamp. Final part of the room, it's the bathroom. Let's go ahead and come in here. It's a step up to come in the bathroom. So we step in, it's kind of a frosted glass door. It's a pretty large bathroom. In this bathroom, there's a shower here in this glass container. And the soaps here, let's take a look at these soaps, because everybody knows I like to look at soaps. The soaps in this bathroom are molten brown soaps, lotions, shampoo, fancy. We'll put this here for a second. It has a bidet toilet over here, like a washlet. So Japanese style, so you can wash yourself with the bidet. It's got a telephone, so you can make phone calls from the bathroom. An interesting blue light next to the toilet. I'm not sure really what that blue light down there is for. I assume there's kind of a night light in here at night. And then there's a bathtub over here. And it's got a little thing of bath salts and a sign to tell you that it can be slippery. As one thing I saw people on TripAdvisor say they didn't like about the bathrooms was they were too slippery, so they clearly put signs to let people know. And the bathtub, also kind of nice, in addition to the faucet, it also has a handheld unit. The closets in the room are very interesting. There's 3 of them, which might make you think that that's a lot of room, but each one is pretty small. This one right here basically has room for 2 or 3 shirts. It's as wide as a pair of shoes. There's a second one next to it that also just holds the robe in the room. There's a third closet right here that's a little bit deeper. This one has some drawers and things like that, but not too big. Also, as popular in a lot of hotels nowadays, to turn on the power, you have to put in your key card, do not disturb, and call the maid or digital. And speaking of digital things, next to the bed, there's a master control panel that you can also control those same do not disturb makeup room things, but you can also turn off all the lights in the room, turn them back on, set it to sleep mode, change the temperature for the air conditioner. I mean, that's pretty nice to have right next to your bed. Okay, Topher, do you know what time it is?
It's Topher time.
It's Topher Hotel Review time. And for those of you who watch our hotel reviews regularly, you'll know we rate things on a scale of 1 to 5 Tophers. So Topher, how many Tophers is this hotel going to get?
4 Tophers.
4 Tophers. All right, so first we'll talk about the pros, and then we'll talk about the cons of this hotel. The pros, it is a nice, clean room, quiet. The beds are super comfy. We slept really well in here. The air conditioning was good. And the staff was fantastic. Every time we would call for ice, there'd be somebody at our door in like 2 minutes or less. It was really impressive. And they don't stand around and wait for tips either. They give you the ice, and then they're like closing the door as fast as possible. It's pretty nice. Also, the location here in Myeong-Dong is awesome because you're right next to all the food, all the shops. It's adjacent to the subway. It's adjacent to the Lotte Department Store with a supermarket in the basement, so it's very convenient. And this room, the slightly bigger twin room, is nice because there's a lot of extra space, there's a lot of seats and things like that. Topher particularly liked the makeup counter where he could do his makeup. That was nice. I enjoyed the shower. It was nice and roomy in there. The final 2 pros, the power plugs in every voltage and every kind. That was very nice. And also 2 water bottles would come to the room every day. And also they were really good about restocking the bathroom amenities, toilet paper, towels. We were never left for needing anything. So now on to the cons. The first con is the breakfast, or the price of the breakfast. The price of the breakfast buffet per person is 60,000 won, which is about the equivalent of 60 US dollars. That is pretty crazy. The room rate we paid was pretty decent. It was about $220 a night for the room, but that didn't include breakfast. And so for 2 people, for Topher and I, that'd be like $120 a day for breakfast. That is insane. And so we've been buying our breakfast from like 7-Eleven and from the supermarket downstairs, which is okay. But I really would wish there was some other option for like a $15 breakfast or a $20 breakfast that other hotels might have, that I just don't feel quite as ripped off for the $60 a day breakfast. The other con, sort of this room being, I don't know, like Korean designed room. There's some things that are just slightly odd about it. One is the bathroom is kind of an odd setup. The sink doesn't have any place to put your stuff next to the sink, and the shower seemed to be really hard to get it to be hot or cold. And the tile, while I didn't find it to be slippery, it was just slightly unusual of a layout for the bathroom. Another con seems to be the air conditioning around the property. While it was cool in our room, it seemed very different temperatures between the lobby of the hotel, the elevator of the hotel, and the hallways. Actually, in the hallways, I feel like that was the warmest part of the hotel, particularly warm, and they have these, they seem to be like scent machines that pump in some scent into the hallway. I'm not really sure I loved it. Actually, I didn't love the scent at all. It made the hallways just feel kind of stuffy, though maybe that's the feeling they were going for. I'm not sure. Well, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're planning a trip to Seoul, South Korea, definitely consider the Lotte Hotel Seoul. There are a bunch of Lotte hotels, but this is the Lotte Hotel Seoul. It's pretty nice, and for Tofers, that is a pretty good rating. Just don't be expecting breakfast. Well, if you're planning a trip to Seoul, you might enjoy watching some of our other videos from Seoul. If you see them on the screen, you can click them. Otherwise, you'll find links in the description below, and we won't say goodbye because we'll see you in the next video.
See you. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. 감사합니다. We're still working on our Korean, frankly.
감사합니다. I got it.